Thank you for joining me. I'm Dr. Sam Robson, Medical Director of Temple Clinic. I've been a GP for nearly 30 years, and for the past 2 decades I've worked specifically in metabolic health, weight management and behaviour change. And what I've seen time and time again is this: weight loss isn't failing because people don't know what to do. It's failing because the approach doesn't work with human biology or with real life. So today, I'm going to show you how we approach this differently. Now that we understand that weight loss is biologically difficult, the key question becomes, how do we work with the body rather than constantly fighting it? If you're always relying on willpower, you're going to struggle and biology will win. At Temple, we use 2 structured programs. Both are designed to achieve the same outcomes: fat loss, muscle protection, improved body composition, and long-term maintenance. The only difference is how we manage appetite. The first program is Temple V. This is a high-protein, low-carbohydrate approach. Normally, the body runs on sugar, which comes from carbohydrates being broken down during digestion. But when carbohydrate intake is very low, the body switches fuel source and begins burning fat instead. As fat is burned, ketones are produced. Ketones are a very efficient fuel, and importantly, they suppress appetite. So this isn't about restriction, it's about changing the internal environment so that appetite becomes easier to manage. This approach, however, only works whilst carbohydrate intake remains low. As soon as carbohydrates are reintroduced, the body switches back to sugar. Ketones fall, appetite returns, and this is important. It isn't a lack of willpower, it's physiology. So when people say, "I was doing well and then I fell off track," what they're often experiencing is simply their biology resetting. And this is where real life comes in, because for some people, a structured approach like this works very well. But for many people, life isn't predictable. There are pressures, whether they are work, travel, family, stress. And when consistency in what you eat becomes difficult, then your appetite comes back, and the process of staying in ketosis becomes much harder to sustain. So for these situations, we use our new program, Temple Vitality Plus. This includes GLP-1 medication, often referred to as the skinny jab. These medications work directly on the brain to reduce hunger and quieten the food noise. And for many people, that can be transformative. But, and this is critical, they are powerful medications and they need to be used properly. When GLP-1s, such as Mounjaro or Ozempic, are used without structure or supervision, we often see significant muscle loss, fatigue, poor nutritional intake, and a rapid weight regain when the medication is stopped. Appetite suppression alone is not treatment. At Temple, we never use the GLP-1s in isolation. We always combine them with structured nutrition, which we explain in detail. This includes adequate protein intake. We also recommend resistance exercise. We monitor your body composition, and we also discuss behaviour change. And importantly, we have a planned medication reduction strategy. So the key principle is this: medication is the tool, but behaviour change is the treatment. You cannot starve yourself to health. This is one of the most important messages I can give you. If you don't eat properly, you will lose muscle. Your metabolic rate falls. This means the amount of energy you need just to stay alive, and weight regain becomes more likely. The number on the scale may go down, but your health does not improve. You cannot starve yourself to health. So what does eating properly actually mean? Well, there are 2 key things. Protein feeds you, and fibre feeds your gut. and your gut plays a central role in regulating your appetite, your mood, your sleep, and your cravings. I often describe it like a garden. Fibre is the compost, and when that system is healthier, behaviour becomes easier, not harder. We also use this analogy that the medication is like having stabilizers on a bike. It will help you feel steady while you're learning to balance, but the goal is not to rely on stabilizers forever. The goal is to build the confidence, habits, and skill to ride independently and to be able to keep your balance. And this is where our approach is different. We are not focused on short-term weight loss. We are focused on long-term health outcomes. At Temple, GLP-1 is medically supervised. Muscle and body composition is actively monitored, and we share guidance on healthy nutrition and exercise. The behaviour change is required. It's not optional. And there is a reduction in medication and exit from the programme planned from the beginning. This is not a short-term success followed by long-term regain. This is a structured, responsible programme that is designed for lasting health. If this approach resonates with you, the next step is simple. We offer a complimentary Zoom consultation, and this gives you the opportunity to explore whether this approach is right for you and to ask any questions. And importantly, before committing to anything further, you'll receive full, transparent details of costs and structure. The aim is not to persuade you, but it is to ensure that this is appropriate, sustainable, and right for you. Thank you.